Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. We are in the Unification Wars. Yes, a semi-new mod. I think it's like a week old or so now, a couple weeks old. I think I'm 90 million % sure. It's based off of Warhammer. So, yeah, we're going to be uniting Warhammer people and probably pissing off a fan base here. Techno-barbarians there. Who leads autocratic America? They're not even very strong. Techno-barbarians. Okay, so it's just fucking barbarians. Great. Is that all Europe really is, too? Techno-barbarians? Just a bunch of fucking losers. Oh no, he's something else. He's not a techno-barbarian. He's just a dickhead. Okay. Anyway, the people are in Imperium apparently, which is based in Nepal. Not even in Kathmandu either, which is great. I guess they're the only mankind and the only ones left. I guess I don't know what the story is of Warhammer, but I am interested to see how they will last in Battle Royale, if humanity can survive, or will techno-barbarians rule, or will somebody else, I haven't even fucking seen yet, will this guy win? Will Birdman Joe win? I certainly hope so. I certainly hope Birdman Joe survives a long, long time. Fuck. Let's start this. And of course, they're all gonna go to war. Super quickly. I'll just enter. Boom. The Imperium, the people, the humanity, is going to war with these guys here in Bangladesh first, by the looks of it. They have quite a big army. It looks like Asia area is quite strong. So Imperium, the Achaemenid Empire there is quite strong. This Chinese faction is quite strong. I don't know. Yeah, these guys here look pretty beefy. These guys have a decent army. Overall, lots of shit going on in Europe, former Europe. Europa is actually Europe, and it even has kind of the EU flag. It's still led by a techno-barbarian, but I mean, at the very least, the name is right? So that's good. A lot of these are just going to be. I love how the Magyar Empire is here. Like, it's still a thing in this random alternate. I mean, I guess Frank is, almost France. Iberia at least makes sense, somewhat. Achaemenid does make sense. That was an empire at some point, but it was Egyptian, I do believe, right? So they should be in Egyptus. But anyway, whatever. Maybe they'll take them over. I don't know. I don't know. The United States of America is actually pretty. Oh my God. Ugh. I don't even know who they're at war with. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, that's right. Man the Guns came out, didn't it? I don't have Man the Guns, so not really sure there. America's at war with the Caribbean. They're fighting each other. I don't know who has the better army, because the Americans really don't have much of a military either. They could obviously build one. They have, the factories, but... Oh, look, fuel! That's right. Fuel is now a thing, isn't it? Fuel is actually now a thing. In the new update. I haven't really had a chance to look at Man the Guns yet, nor have I bought Man the Guns. I don't know if I will. I probably will in the future if it goes on sale like all the others do. But I'm not super concerned about it. I mean, not enough has changed. A lot has changed, but at the same time, not a whole lot has changed. Europa has no fuel, so I feel bad for them. I assume Achaemenid has a shit ton of fuel. Oh, fuck yeah, they got tons of fucking fuel. Ursa's probably doing okay too. Even the Nordics probably doing alright. Oh wow, 5 years. These guys 200 days. This one's Nordics yeah, 5 years ish of our fuel reserves. We that's what we have. I guess they don't really use much fuel. They don't have a huge army. Alphas, they have some fuel, but they're going to get taken over here very shortly. So it's interesting to see, who's got fuel. Pan-Pacific Empire is, fucked. They need to take somewhere that has fuel. The Imperium's doing fine. I mean, they have a lot of fuel they have to dish out. Ooh, that was a hardcore lag there. I thought we were going to freeze. Apparently not. Who is the Imperium at war with? Oh, these guys. Why are they not actually attacking these guys? They have a border. Are they just, like, waiting out this war? Possibly? I don't know. I don't know why they're not attacking. Get some more land out of that, but I guess they're just not interested. Europa changed colors. The leader, I think, is the same. I don't really know why they changed colors. We have Germany and Frank, Europa doing very well. The lag is very, very real. Hold on here. We will turn the speed down one. That should help a little bit. I do like how Europa has no fuel, though. That's not good for them at all. Black Sworn here is getting, like, enveloped. Not really sure what's going on here. There's, like, 3 or 4 different nations all fighting in here. And it's very confusing. It's very confusing. Who are the Achaemenids against? Oh, so they're actually going for Egypt now. They're like, hey, hold on a fucking second. This is our homeland, you motherfuckers. And now they're going for it. So, you know, good. It's good for them. Good for them. They're gonna do their best. I'm also making, if you pay attention to, like, the posts and stuff that I make, not just, like, videos, but the posts you can now do on YouTube, I'll be releasing a poll very soon, so just keep an eye out for that, and if you could just lend your vote, that would be awesome. Probably be up sometime today or tomorrow morning, maybe. Depends on when I can get this video actually, like, done. I'm gonna up the speed again and see how we do. Some of the nations that were causing us to lag, I think, have since died. So Glasgow, missing a W, is led by the Unspeakable King, who either can't speak or nobody can speak to him. Either or doesn't seem like a great way to rule your empire. Is at war with Albion, which has a very British-looking flag, but not a very British-looking leader, Liam the Red. So they actually have, like, leaders. They also own Ireland, so they may not die, even if they lose all of England. They could defer to Ireland. How close are they to dying? They're fairly close. And there's still enough to go there. Yeah, they'll probably surrender. How Iberia has hung on over this is absolutely astonishing. Especially now that Frank is at war with them, too. So you've got Europa's pretty big army. They really just need to take Lisbon, I think, and that's it. I think Lisbon's the last. Yeah, there it goes. Frank declared war on Nordafric. I don't care about the Baltics. Whatever. Europa is on the Greek faction. So that's nice. Germany is eating Nordic. Germany is doing what Germany does best. And that's attack Scandinavia. Germany always seems to do this. Always. But they've reunified Germany. Germany looks pretty good. I mean, border-wise, it looks nice. Frank kind of bugs me. Europa is nice. Baltica really bugs me. What the fuck? Baltica is going against who? Oh, they're also at war with these guys? No, they're not. They're only at war with the Caucasus. Oh, no, they're at war with Pact of Fire, who the Caucasus states are also at war with. I see. Imperium is attacking Wan. They look like they're doing quite well against Wan overall. So that's good. Good for them. Totally could flip-flop. I don't know. I don't know how powerful the Imperium is. They have 24 divisions. Wan has 32. Oh, Wan has more divisions. They could actually win, but the Imperium divisions are probably better divisions. 23 divisions for the Achaemenid Empire, the kingdom, whatever. But they're doing really, really well, taking Gyptus, and they're also... I thought they were over somebody else. I think they took them over. They did. It was the Caucasus, right? Okay, so the Caucasus fell. Aquatorial Frick... Aquatorial Frick conclaves declared war on some sultanate. Franks declared war on Albia, so they're going to war with the winning British faction. I don't know how that's going to really go. Is Germany at war with, yeah, okay, Dorogov. Alright. This faction, I don't even know how it exists. They've lost their, there, they see they died. Okay, good. You're gonna, okay. Now who are they gonna go to war with? Pact of Fire. Okay, so the Russians, literally White Russia. Literally white Russia. Yeah, look at that guy. White Russia right there. Imperialist Russia right there. 100%. That is the most accurate leader I've seen yet. Oh my god. Are going after Pact of Fire. They want Stalingrad back, I think. The Iron Justicarium, I'm surprised has lived this long. Who did they just declare war on? Dorogov. They don't have an army. They have 3 guys. They have 3 fucking guys. But they've managed to not be the one being taken over next to these, like, next to Baltica and Ursh. They somehow managed to live on that basis and that basis only. And I find that hilarious. They're going to get brutally sandwiched once Germany, Baltica, and Ursh take Dorogov, because I cannot see anybody else being weaker around them anymore. So yeah, how they've lived this long, I have no fucking clue. America still can't take the Caribbean, which is fine. Hi Brazil taking Sud America, which is just South America, with Sud, the French, South, whatever. But Hi Brazil probably going to take over the Caribbean after they take South America. The New Zulu clique, which just sounds like a really bad high school clique, has also surprisingly survived a long time. They are at war with the Neo-Asa Sultanate, which Equatorial Africa is also at war with and taking over. They will not last long. They don't have any like troops left. Gyptus is barely alive, being brutally suppressed and taken over by the Achaemenids, whose large force is just not... Where are they? Oh, they're protecting the shoreline. Okay, whatever. Europa still battling the Greek faction, though they've basically taken Greece. Istanopolis. Constantinopolis is the province. Oh, that makes me happy. Is the final capital for the Greek faction, Boeotia, I think. I'm not really sure. I'm not familiar with Warhammer. Warhammer was never my thing. I was like a D&D Pathfinder kid. I really like a game. There's a game called Torchbearer, which has like only like 3 books. I think it's like fan made too. I don't think it's like a company that does Torchbearer. But anyway, I really like that one because it's more story based and stuff, and there's not as much bullshit that goes along with it like there is with D&D. Love D&D. Love Pathfinder. Don't get me wrong, but oh my fucking god. You can spend like an hour on one fucking like small enemy attack, especially if your DM's a fucking incompetent moron. Oh no, Imperium is under attack by Pan Pacific, who is really ugly. Imperium may not actually survive. Oh my god, humans! Oh no, that's our last stand, I think. Unless Moria, nope, that D's, nope, nope. He bought the Oculus Rift and went full barbarian. Ashoka II. That's hilarious. They also have no oil, which is pretty bad. Imperium has a lot of oil. They're full of oil. They have lots of oil, though, which is a problem. They also, one has a lot of oil. Achaemenid obviously is full. Somehow, Ursh is not full. Oh my god. Germany is taking out Baltica. Like, brutally taking out Baltica. Oh, so are the Russians. So the Russians... Why have none of them attacked the Iron Justinian? Why? What the fuck? It's such a bullshit, like, country. How are you still alive? I think Baltica went after them. And then everybody declared war on Baltica for no real reason. Moria Empire declared... Oh, no. Oh, no. It's another front on the Imperium. Oh, my God. The Imperium is screwed. Oh, my God. I feel so bad. Is there any other... human enclave anywhere? No. That's the last one. Wow. Oh, Baltica died. Albion declared war on the Caribbean, which makes no sense. Kingdom of Frank declared war on Conclave in Africa. Achaemenid declared war on Neo Zulu. Okay. Ursh declared war on Iron Justarium, and so did Germania. So they're finally going to die. Okay. I thought Baltica would have lasted longer, to be honest. Oh, and the Achaemenids also declared war on them for just this little spit of land here in the Caucasus, I guess. I guess they just really wanted the Caucasus land. I can't blame them, I guess. Not that the Iron Justarium is going to last very long, because they have no troops, really, to do anything, so they're just going to get gobbled up. The Imperium, oh my god. Oh dear. Oh no, humanity's last hope. Oh, fuck. Well, that's unfortunate. You screwed. Astronath of the Strife. Oh wow, okay, so that's really bad. You're losing population. Emperor's Protection. Okay, so it has good defense, but yeah, there it goes. Wow, that was... wow. That's hardcore. Wow. Frank is at war with Germani, whatever. Achaemenid Empire against Ursh. So we've got actually some big wars going on here now. Because the Achaemenids are also at war with Equatorial Africa. So they have to worry about that war, I think. Oh, no, they're not. They're at war with Zulu. But they're not actually at war with Zulu anymore. Because they have no border. That's Equatorial Africa. If Equatorial Africa falls, the Zulu clique could invade Achaemenid Empire, which would be very bad. That wouldn't be good. But the Achaemenids are at war with Ursh. The Franks are fighting Germani. I don't think they're going to win that war, honestly. I think Germani's got them out quite beat. Let's see. Armies here. 21 for Frank, which is actually pretty bad at this point. 51 for Germani, so quite decent. Juan declared war on Achaemenid. Okay. 43 for Europa, so Europa could put up a good fight against Germani overall. Achaemenid is just getting attacked from all sides. They only have 23 divisions, which actually is not that good. The Russians have 24. Again, not that great. Juan just declared war on the Achaemenids. They have 28 divisions, so that's pretty good. Oh my. Moria is at war with Pan-Pacific. Moria's got 14 divisions, which really is just not enough. 54 divisions for Pan-Pacific. So Pan-Pacific and the Germani right now are vying for the lead of most divisions, for sure. How many did Ursh have, Anne? That's right, only 24. I'm surprised they have so little divisions. They have a lot of oil. They have a lot of supplies. I mean, I guess they don't have too many military factories. That's probably hampering them. Like 58 military factories compared to 250 at Germani. Like, Germani owns, like, a lot of the industrial parts of former Russia. And, of course, industrial Europe. So that's not really good. Frank's holding on better than I thought they would, but they're starting to collapse now. They're about to lose Peri. Why do they all just take one fucking letter off? London's fine. Birmingham. Yep. Glasgow. Edinburgh. I mean, that's spelled how it sounds, so I can't... Wait, is Washington... Nova York, not New York. Philly. They just said fuck it. The Berg. Is that no, it's not Columbus. The Berg. Oh, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Yeah. Oh, fuck. They didn't screw with much in Canada. They didn't screw with anything in Canada, though. Boston's the same. Winnipeg. What about Vancouver? Yeah, they didn't mess with Vancouver. Seattle's the same. What about LA? LA. Frisco. Oh, fucking hell. That's so good. Is it like Nolans or something? Nolan? Mobile. They took the E off of mobile for some fucking reason. San Antonio's the same? That doesn't make any sense. Well, Mexico City. No, it's the same. Guatemala, San Salvador. Okay, whatever. The Caribbeans are pretty much done. Hi, Brazil invaded in, and the Americans now are cleaning up the last mess there. Oh, they're gone. So now they got that one province there being attacked. Ursh and Germani at war. Germani took Frank out. This probably gonna mean the Achaemenid Empire is not gonna die immediately, though. I mean, Juan's still invading them, so they're still gonna deal with that. But oh, never mind. They're fucked. Doesn't matter if Ursh is at war with them or not now. They're fucked. Who is Europa at war with right now? Why are they not at war with the Achaemenids? They're not at war with anybody. Why are you not at war with anybody? Why are you being peaceful about this? You should be declaring war on like a Achaemenid or somebody. I would expect. We have a lot to gain from taking. Well, not that much. You have a fair amount to gain from taking the Achaemenids out. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't. At this point, is High Brazil and them at war? I think they are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, High Brazil is not defending that front, which is really dumb. Also, High Brazil is being invaded by the Caribbeans from Trinidad and Tobago, which is weird. I assume the Americans have turned on the Macedon. Yeah, they have. Yeah, okay. So the Americans have a pretty big army now, overall. 43 divisions for the Americans. High Brazil, 18 divisions. So the Americans are going to win that war. I'm sorry to say, especially now that they've broken through. They've broken through the defendable areas now. Now Brazil's just fucked. So it's a countdown to their death. Just a pure countdown. But yeah, it's mostly like big wars here on now. I mean, the fronts are moving quite steadily, which is pretty good. We're not seeing any major stalemates. Like the Achaemenids are steadily losing ground to Juan and the Pan-Pacific. I mean, they're doing well defending the Caucasus now, but I mean, Ursh is also at war with Germani, who, again, steadily moving across at this point. I think the only really stalemate-y war we're going to really get is going to be Pan-Pacific versus Germani. I think those are going to be the two final nations. Personally, I just see that happening. Ursh is very close to dying. The Achaemenids are still hanging on, but they've lost a lot of divisions. Like, a lot of divisions. There's not been too many casualties, though. It's 99,000, 62,000. The casualties are quite low. I don't know if that's, like, total, though. Like, if I look at the Achaemenid Empire here, their kingdom, sorry. No, they've only lost 79,000. Like, they haven't lost that many people. Like, none of these wars have been particularly deadly. Like, Ursh is almost 100k. And then there they go, they hit 100k. Right? Like, population's probably lower. 20 million of core in Achaemenid Empire. So, yeah, population's lower. Like, Germani has a total population only of 70 million people, which, where they all are right now, should be in the hundreds of millions, I would imagine, in reality. I mean, Germany itself is probably about that, right? I don't know. What's the population of Germany? Current population, because it is... Oh, no, I guess it's 1938. But, like, even... Like, what was Germany's population? So, German population in 1938. $78 million. Like, there's a lot of people. German population in 1938, including Austria and the Sudetenland. If we do German population in 1939, Germany only, was 69,600,000. So, yeah. That's a lot of people. Current population is 82 million. Yeah. So, yeah, like, just that alone should be in Germany, like what they have of Germany. So, I mean, this obviously is a different world with a different world view. I wonder how Juan's going to do now that Germania is going to be bordered with them and they've got Pan-Pacific. I wonder if they're going to get sandwiched through next. Or if Germania is going to go into, like, Europa first, or one of the African nations if they border it. Or if Ursh falls, will they go to war with what's left of the Achaemenids? I assume they will. Yeah. Achaemenids took a fuck ton of land. Oh my god, how did they get that? How did they get that land? What the fuck? How did they have that much war score? That doesn't make any sense. How did they have that much war score? Europa, stop being a little bitch and actually, like, fight somebody. God. Just sitting there. Fight the Achaemenids. They have an army. I don't know why they're sitting. I think they glitched out, so I have to wait till somebody declares war on them, I guess. Which, I don't know. Pretty much it's just going to be Germani. Which will happen. It will happen. Unless they get more troops than Germani. They have 84 currently. Germani has 91, so yeah, no. They're actually pretty close. Like, troop-wise. 54 still for Pan-Pacific. So the Pan-Pacific hasn't grown its army at all. They have enough fucking factories. I don't know what's the problem. Are they like... Oh, shit. Okay. They're fucked up. They don't have equipment anymore because of all the war. Okay. They haven't been very smart with their equipment. So that sucks for them. And that's very unfortunate. Germani is just kind of like how is Germani? Yeah, they're doing all right. Artillery they're down, but everything else they're pretty much up. Support equipment they're down on, but they're starting to gain again. Like they could make that back. They could make that deficit back pretty easily. Wow. I love how there's like little pockets and Juan's just like slurping them up. They're also invading Achaemenid from the south now. The Achaemenids are not doing very well. Oh, the Pan-Pacific Empire has reached the Mediterranean coast. So they're taking parts of northern Syria now. And they're moving into Egypt and such, and Lebanon. So do they own a port, though, yet? No, they don't own a port yet. They will in a minute. They just surrounded Beirut. I don't think the Achaemenid Empire has any troops in here. They've got a couple, but not enough to defend that line. Ooh. It's rough. I like Juan's flag. It's like it's like the Tinder icon, but a Rebel Alliance Tinder. I actually thought the Achaemenid might do really well. I mean, they were really strong at the start. But apparently I was wrong. I had money on them being some of the, one of the more powerful kingdoms remaining, but I guess I was wrong. They are fighting back here, though. They took back Beirut. They're going to get surrounded here, though, those couple of divisions. Yep, they just got surrounded in a man. Oh my. Poor Achaemenid. They tried so hard, and they couldn't do it. Oh, Equatorial Africa has almost taken out the Zulu clique. They're still steadily invading. About halfway capitulated there. 12 divisions versus like 7 divisions, so yeah, they've got a little bit of an advantage. That's been a long war. Oh, America. Oh, it's really getting its feelers into Brazil there. Oh man. Brazil's winning a lot of those battles, though. They're not too close to capitulating either. 25 divisions, but autocratic America has double that on the minimum. So, realistically here, what are we looking at? Oh, this is such a mess. It's funny how Germany's doing really good, though. Or Germani, I should say. They're doing really, really good. So good for them. Clap, clap. Very, very proud. Oh, the Pan-Pacific is in Egypt now. So that's really unfortunate. Now, the Achaemenids were, they weren't Egyptian. They were Mesopotamian. Sumerian? Yes? I want to say they were Sumerian. Let me Google search it on my handy-dandy phone. It'll work. Come on. Achaemenid Empire.
According to Wikipedia,
they were Persian.
Empire, also called the First Persian Empire.
Yes, Persian. Okay. So they were Persian. Okay, all right. So they were in the right area. I was like, are they Egyptian? Somebody's going to yell at me and say that they're not Egyptian. And I'm like, I think they were Mesopotamian, like this area. So Persia would make sense, yeah. Because they'd be, wanting to be in Babylonian area and stuff. So, okay. I thought so. I don't know a whole lot about that section of history. I need to find out more. I need to do some more research about Sumerians, Babylon especially, and that that area of history, that very early Mesopotamian era of history, them and the Indus River Valley civilizations. Though there's not as much really known about them, so that's harder to pinpoint down. There's more known about, these guys, because these guys are, they spread out to more modern humanity, where Indus River Valley civilization just kind of died off. They don't really know what happened to them. But we can kind of figure out what happened to, like, Persia and, Sumerian civilization, especially thanks to the Egyptians. The Bronze Age in general, you can kind of find out quite a bit on. Anyway, how has the Achaemenid Empire not fucking imploded at this point? That's what I want to know. They are very close to imploding. Like, one more city, one more major center lost, and they're done. I want to see who takes what. Pan-Pacific has done pretty much most of the work. Germani cheated because Achaemenid cheated, so I really don't think that counts well in favor to them. I think Pan-Pacific should have the most out of this. I mean, if we look at this, yeah, 55%. Germania 29, Yuan 16. There we go. Okay. Germania declared war on Yuan. Oh, there we go. So there's that war. Yuan will be pretty easily sucked into Germania, I do believe. But Pan-Pacific declared war on Africa. And oh my god, Africa. Look at those fucking borders. Oh, that's fucking disgusting. Oh my god. Why? Why did that happen? That's so gross. Equatorial Africa's just gonna take these, like, couple of pockets now. So, good job. I don't know what they're gonna do after that. Probably declare war on Yuan. It looks like they're reorganizing their army a little bit for possibly that conflict on Yuan. The other question is, who does Germani go after next? After Yuan, do they go after the Pan-Pacific Empire and smash them into pieces, or do they go after Europa? Do they attack an island nation like Albion, or these fuckers, the Indonesian bloc, who are at war with who? They are at war with Pan-Pacific and Yuan. They have one division. How has nobody just navally invaded this fucking island yet? What? What the fuck? How are they alive? Somebody please explain. I don't understand. You have convoys. They have convoys, so Pan-Pacific must have. Yeah, they have a shit ton of convoys. The hell you doing? Send, like, one guy over there. The hell? God damn it. It's not like Albion that has, like, a decent military defending in the island. Like, that's Fortress Britain right there. Wait, they won? How did they win? Pan-Pacific government. Oh, there they go. How did these guys win? I did not pay enough attention to that war. How did they come back and win that one? Pan-Pacific Empire is, yeah, that's gonna be a quick death for Yuan now. That's not gonna go well. Oh my god. Oof. But now the Pan-Pacific can attack the Africans. The Zulu clique's also making a comeback down there. So good for them. That's great. Good. No, they've survived so fucking long. Yeah, because this is going to fall, hopefully, to the Pan-Pacific, and they can continue an invasion into Africa. They must be, like, really close to dying. Yep. Oh, they declared war on Europa. Pan-Pacific, I think, just stayed at war with who they're at war with. They're not strong enough to go after Germani. Europa is going to make some minor gains here, because Germani has, like, no troops in Europe itself right away, because they were all fighting in Yuan. So here comes the army. They've got to make their way over. So Europa made some is making some initial gains in Anatolia, in Iberia. They've done some gains here, surrounded and taken some ports. They've made some slight gains in southern France and Germany and Poland and the Eastern European area, but it looks like they've pretty much stopped now, so they're probably pretty fucked. This could be a lengthy war, and the reason for that... Oh, geez, the new offensive there. Oh, boy. This could be a lengthy war because we have two very large armies. 117 divisions for Europa, Germani at 177. So, yes, there's like a 50... No, there's like a 70... no, 60 gap in units, but still, on that front line, it's not a huge front. So that, and they're both tough. They're both going to defend. Well, Europe is going to defend for as long as it can. So yeah, that could be a longer conflict. Now, Pan-Pacific is not apparently smart enough to do any kind of naval invasion of fucking anything. So they're just going to sit there and kind of wait until something happens. They could, if they have 143 divisions, they could declare war on Europa if Europa manages to somehow push this front to their border. That could happen. But even then, it'd be a short-lived war because Germany is most likely going to take Istanbul before like these guys could push there. So, yeah, even if they could push to border with Pan-Pacific and Pan-Pacific declared war, it won't matter. Pan-Pacific, though, 54 divisions to 143. Pretty big build-up there. And now that they're not actually fighting anybody, they have time to kind of build up, whereas Germany is going to use a lot of their resources fighting Europa. Although Europa is already not looking too good. 374 factories for Pan-Pacific, 609 for Germani, so that's a lot. And there's 300 factories to take from Europa, so they're gonna look pretty damn friggin' beefy for the Pan-Pacific War that is coming up. Though they do border Africa, so I expect them to actually invade Africa first. They actually have units in there too, so I mean, yeah, we'll probably see them invade Africa. I figure. They'll be the ones to take out Equatorial Africa, and then probably the Zulu as well, before they go to war with Pan-Pacific. Europa is absolutely dissolving. I am shocked. I thought they would have lasted considerably longer than this. I figured it would have been a long defensive war, but apparently not. Like, at all. This war is going to be quite quick. Yeah, they're already, like... Look at their divisions drop. Oh my god. They're getting slaughtered. 600,000 casualties. They're getting absolutely slaughtered. That's embarrassing. Wow. I thought that would have been a much longer war. Like, if you look at their units, they're organized, they're equipped. You look at, like, Germanis, they're not. But the Germanis just must be that much better? I don't know. But that's insane. I thought that would have been a much longer war, but Europa's pretty much collapsed at this point. They're desperately trying to defend Vienna, like desperately trying to defend their capital here. Like everything else, they seem to almost abandoned. There's not many troops defending Iberia. There's like none. Yeah, they're done. Oh, they declared war on Pan-Pacific, like, immediately. Holy shit. This is it. This is the final big war. Equatorial Africa and the clique really have no chance, let's be honest. They're not in this. They're just kind of fighting each other. They've got, like, 10 divisions. 9 for Equatorial Africa. And the Zulu clique has 14. So they're not really in this. The last two juggernauts to fight it out are Germana and the Pan-Pacific. Autocratic America and High Brazil still fighting it out. America's still winning, but it looks like that the front has slowed. Not as much movement, which makes sense. They're fighting in heavy jungle, right? So America really should try to fight down in Chile and break across to like Buenos Aires and then north. Be a better way to go. This one could be a long war. I know I said that with Europa, but these guys are closer in units. So 175 for Pan-Pacific. Germani 274. Wow, they jumped up. Holy shit. Never mind, they're not really closer in divisions, but still. This one could be a longer war. If any war was going to be a long, drawn-out defensive war, this is the one that will be. They're the two biggest powers going at each other. You can see Germania is making gains in the Middle East now. Both in Persia and in Syria and parts of Turkey and northern Iran. They're making gains in Africa too. I kind of expected that, though. I didn't think Pan-Pacific was really going to defend much of that. They were more probably concerned on their core territories in Asia. Like, losing India would be huge, and then losing like Korea and stuff would not be good. Where's their capital even at? Oh, their capital is in Nihon, Tokyo. So that's interesting. Okay. They'll probably surrender before that, though, I would imagine. They're already a little bit on the way. Excuse me. Wow. 311 divisions for Germani now. So they went from 274 to 311 in like the, 2 minutes that I was talking? That's crazy. They must be like, oh yeah, they're pumping divisions out like crazy. So the Techno-Barbarian divisions is what they're seeming to put out, which aren't that great, to be honest. They're okay. They're fine. Earthshaker platform? That doesn't sound good. Glad everybody's out of artillery. Jesus Christ. That's insane. Yeah, they've lost the Middle East. They've lost Africa basically completely now. Some defense in like south of Cairo, trying desperately to defend Africa, but they're pretty screwed. They're pretty screwed. They're holding the Pan-Pacific holding quite well on the Asian fronts. So this area here, like the Himalayas and stuff, and up into like Lake Baikal and whatnot, they're holding quite well there. But they're losing horribly in the Middle East. Like, horribly, terribly bad. It's pretty bad. In the north, not really a lot happening. Some minor skirmishes. Nobody's even manning this part of the front, so fuck it. Who cares? But yeah, there's some minor skirmishes going on. It looks like the army for Germani is still reorganizing itself, too, so we could have more gains come in like northern China and stuff here soon once the Germani military gets organized. But who knows? It looks like they're still taking the Middle East pretty quicker than anywhere else, but it looks like they've started to kind of stall out a little bit. Again, kind of expected it. A little bit of gains there you can see in the north, but that's also to kind of be too expected. It looks like the Pan-Pacific Army is pulling back a little bit. Oh, they took that little bit of land. Good for them. They're trying. They're giving it their all. God love them. What the fuck? Neo-Zulu just looks really weird. It's like they're fighting north while Africa fights them in the south and takes their south. It's kind of weird. I don't really understand what the hell's going on there. But yeah, it's definitely slowed down the gains. They've definitely slowed. Like, they're still making them, don't get me wrong. But they've slowed down. America. Oh yeah, they've done the Chile thing. They're almost to Buenos Aires. If they can take Buenos Aires, I think they're in good shape. Or if they can consolidate the southern, like Patagonia itself. If they can consolidate Buenos Aires and south, they'll be good. That'll be really good for them. Oh, they're about to cut them off. They're about to take Basra and Kuwait City. And that will cut off what's left of the Arabian Peninsula troops with the main army. So that's not great. Not that the Arabian force is really putting up much. much of a fight. They're trying. They're definitely giving their defensive Basra and Kuwait City a good run. So that's good there. What kind of divisions are the Pan-Pacific making, not logistics? Okay, they're doing Techno Barbarian too, but their resources are pretty poor. So they're not doing too well. Yeah, see, they're trying to consolidate so they can actually pump troops out. They got some motorized going on, some cavalry. That's about it. So, not like the Germani, who are doing very well. Oh, they did. They cut them off. They took Basra. The Pan-Pacific still holds Kuwait City for now. But they took Basra and pushed them down the coast here into Iran pretty heavy again. They could surround this core as well if they're not careful. But it doesn't look like they have any troops right here. And it looks like the Pan-Pacific is retreating out of the salient there, that bubble. Which is probably for the best. They should just leave Arabia entirely, though they do that, a lot of their oil is going to be gone. Like, they need that oil for this war. They're still up. You know, 1.4k. You know, they need about almost 2k a day. They're coming pretty close to their caps and stuff, though, so that's really not good. Germania is doing really well in oil. They're like almost double production of consumption, so they're doing all right. They're fine. How are the Americans on oil? Oh, they're full. Okay. Hi, Brazil is fucked. They're almost full for their fuel capacity. They're using and consuming the same amount. Zulu is doing okay. They're not consuming any oil somehow. I don't really know how that's possible. But it is. So, hey, whatever, right? Yeah, the Northern Asia, there's been movement, but still not like as much as I kind of thought there would be. Nothing compared to what they've lost out east, or out west, I should say. That's insane. They're getting pushed heavily, almost into India, on that southern flank. That's really aggressive. That's a really aggressive push from Germani there. Yeah, if Germani was smart, they'd try to push this down, you know, kind of bubble it down, and you know, take like Dhaka, take Calcutta, all these ports, and cut off India from the homeland. I guess the main Chinese buff, like split them in two. At this point, I think it's probably the smartest way to go. Whether they'll do it or not, I don't know. I don't think so. It's the AI, after all. You just don't know. But I think I'm gonna pause it, and because the game stuff again slowing down, so Pan Pacific's putting on more of a defensive posture than Europa did. So yeah, well, we'll see you when something major happens. Okay, so we've had a weird kind of surprise annexation. Zulu Africa is gone. Equatorial Africa actually won the war, so good for them. 103 factories. They're at war with Pan Pacific, but of course Pan Pacific's not going to really do anything. They will go to war with Germani once Pan Pacific folds here. Not a lot of movement on this line either. Actually, there's been some gains by Pan Pacific in the Arabian theater, so that's actually very interesting. But yeah, a little bit of movement into northern India here. They've taken Delhi. How close are they? So they're not even really that close to being capitulated, really. So, you know, that's fine. Is what it is. Also, the Indonesic bloc is really close to capitulating. I didn't realize that. I guess they must have owned more of these islands and stuff, but they don't anymore. So it looks like they, like here and here, you can see the glitches. Like they used to own like Philippines and stuff and all these islands. So yeah. Anyway, still fighting on, Pan Pacific, fighting on. bit of an update here. The war's been going on for quite some time. But damn. Pan-Pacific is fighting back. They've retaken land, quite a bit of land. Germani seems to be almost collapsing, which is quite the opposite of what we were seeing earlier, which was a Pan-Pacific collapse. But it's a slow push. Like this, you know, this has been going on for at least a year, and they've only gotten this far. So, yeah, but they are actually pushing both. They haven't lost Arabia at all. In fact, they've pushed that front line quite a bit. You can see they're taking land in Arabia again, slowly pushing their way towards Germany-occupied Europe. Could we see an upset? Could Germany just be kind of holding its own before a big offensive? I guess we'll have to see. All right, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to the Hearts of Iron game. I left it running overnight because it literally took that fucking long. I only put it on 1 speed, so now it's back to full speed. But Germani managed to push back against Pan-Pacific. They were starting to do that when I left it. There were certain areas here that they were starting to push back. So Pan-Pacific managed to get as far as the Caspian. But that's about it. Their Arabian push also got halted in and around here, so just south of the, actually just north, I should say, of Riyadh. So yeah, they got stopped there and then pushed back through, and Germani is obviously still at war with them, but can't invade the Pacific Islands. They are well defended, but either they can't or the mod just fucking won't. I don't really know which, but 32 million casualties for Germani, and still increasing as they do naval battles and such. 13 million for Pan-Pacific. And Pan-Pacific is still only, still has over 50% of its victory points, which is kind of crazy. But there's certain fighting going on for Singapore down here. They're trying to still wrestle control of Singapore away from the Pan-Pacific. They also have naval invasion plans for Sumatra and Java and just Indonesia in general, but those will never really come into fruition. But Equatorial Africa has been on the build, 279 total divisions there, so they're doing quite well for themselves. Germani's total division count now is 408, and the Pan-Pacific, even though they've been pushed back, yeah, they only have 41 divisions. They still have a boatload of factories, though, like an absolute shit ton of factories, so that's pretty impressive. 3,300, though, for Germani there. And, of course, Autocratic America did take out High Brazil, which I think we actually saw. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.